Hello, Facebook audience. We are live outside Kankakee Court, and we just got through a hearing. Gotion was trying to dismiss the lawsuit against him, as well as the village of Manteno. And with me today are the lawyers for that case, for the concerned citizens of Manteno, and that is Robbie Doobie and Dave Bergdahl. So, Robbie, explain to our audience exactly what happened today.
Yeah, so Gotion has had a very bad 2 weeks. They performed very poorly at the Sixth Circuit in Cincinnati last week on the Michigan case, and today they lost every claim they tried to get dismissed. Everything that Gotion tried to do, they lost on. And the village lost as well. Their rezoning claim against the village is going forward. So what happened is we've had our nuisance claim, claiming that the Gotion plant is dangerous, that the lithium and the NMP and all the other chemicals are a threat to the environment, along with the national security concerns, and that they shouldn't be allowed to operate. The Gotion tried to get rid of all that. The court said, no, not only am I letting this go through, but she made repeated statements that these are dangerous chemicals, that these are fire risks. And while she didn't say it, you can read between the lines of, Gotion, good luck proving your case because I don't trust that these chemicals are going to be safe. And then with the village, they rezoned improperly. They forced through this in a meeting that never took any of the citizens' concerns to heart. They basically forced it through to try to get the REV agreement with Illinois, and the court said, I think they've made enough of a claim that there was something fishy with this rezoning, and I'm going to let you go forward with it.
So I do believe that Gotion thought all along that essentially they could wait out the concerned citizens of Manteno. They probably felt this was just a local activist group with no money, no support, no legal expertise behind them. And I think that they came in and they were slapped down, first of all, by Lindsay Parkhurst, the judge in this case. And the fact that it's all going forward on the Gotion side is really a victory, David versus Goliath type of victory for these citizens who just rose up against this plant.
Well, it is, and this is going on across the country. It's citizen groups who rise up and say, no, I'm not going to let you endanger my community. I'm not going to let you endanger my children. I'm going to fight for this. And they're repeatedly told, sit down, shut up. We know what's best for you. And they constantly underestimate these people. This happened when we won in North Dakota. It happened when we're winning in Michigan. We're winning here. We're winning in Georgia and North Carolina. Over and over again, citizens stand up in a very proud American tradition of saying, no, I know what's best for my community. I know what's best for me. The government doesn't get to say what it is. And these big businesses getting all of our tax dollars don't get to say what it is. And the court affirmed that. Gotion thought they were going to have a big win today, and they lost everything.
So what's really obnoxious in this case, though, is the fact that Gotion has already received $125 million in cash from Illinois state taxpayers, and there's no doubt that the lawyers here arguing against the very citizens that are funding the Gotion plant are getting paid by state tax dollars.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know what the funding arrangement is, but, if you get $125 million of taxpayer dollars and you have to pay attorneys, I'd be skeptical that it's coming out of any other source besides their money. So the villagers have to pay to stop the village from taking away their rights. They have to pay to stop Gotion from getting it. And unfortunately, Goshen's a mega company. They can make that very, very expensive.
Yeah, so what we're going to say about these let's say this, we're headed to discovery and then a trial, right? And potentially it's going to cost the concerned citizens of Manteno hundreds of thousands of dollars. Is that correct?
Yes, so we are moving into discovery. We're going to finally find out what chemicals they're using. We're going to, instead of having just to rely on FOIA requests, which one of the concerned citizen members, Amanda Pica, has become a guru at, Goshen's going to have to actually tell the truth and actually give the information that they've been holding on to this whole time. But that's an expensive process. It will be a very, very costly process. This will take expert witnesses, discovery, depositions, trial. And so, the citizens will need as much help as they can get.
Okay, and you can go to their No Gotion Illinois page and you can donate there. We need small donors, we need big donors, we need people who care about good government and kicking out the Chinese Communist Party from the village of Manteno. We need them involved as well. This is really important. One last note that I'd like to make, though, this is about the importance of FOIA, and it's something that the judge picked up on as well, is that Gotion received a temporary occupancy permit that nobody knew about until Amanda Pica FOIA'd it, and you found out as your opposed opposition, you only found out through a FOIA. The Gotion folks failed to notify you, and the judge did not like that.
That's right, Bill. You want to talk about how the judge got him?
Right. The judge was very unhappy to learn that there was no public notice of issuing another temporary occupancy permit. They had to get it through FOIA. Gotion was trying to use that against us, and the judge blatantly said, you can't hide it and then try to hold it against them.
Right. You cannot use it as a sword and a shield. That was her exact quote.
Yes.
And that's exactly what Gotion tried to do. They said, oh, well, you should have known about this secret process that no one knew about, and now you can't stop us from using highly toxic chemicals and toxic chemicals. And the judge said, absolutely not. And that's the right call. And I would think of how terrible that would be if our public officials could continue to keep things secret from us and then use that to say, well, you should have known that.
Okay, that's all we got. Great day in Kankakee at the courthouse. A great win for the concerned citizens of Manteno. The case is going forward, and Gotion has had a terrible 2 weeks.
Stay happy.